Hello gorgeous, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would play with some Colourpop products. I have almost a full face in front of me, and of course the potential star of the show is going to be their new bronzer. They recently came out with their bronze Stix, so of course I picked one up, and even though Colourpop is a little bit on my naughty list from the terrible mystery box that they sent me, I will link that video at the end of this one, there are still some good products in their line. So if you want to see me put a full face of Colourpop together and test out their new bronzer, then just keep watching. I have my eyes primed, my face primed, and my brow pencil in. I will link those. I'm going to do my eyes first, and here's one of the first bones that I have to pick. They have so many products at colourpop.com. I get that, that's great, but when there are things that I love that retire, it makes me a little bit sad. And I don't like to show my friends items that they cannot get their hands on. So I had to do some work this morning looking up each product so that nobody would be disappointed loving a product that they can't get, because I know that personally frustrates me. So for eyes, what I did was I picked this one out of my stash, and it is called Sparkler. This was not my first choice. My first choice was the Goin' Coconutty that I recently picked out. I haven't even been able to play with that. It's showing out of stock. I don't know if it's going away or what. However, this Sparkler, my issue with it is that it's a little bit too dark. There's no really nice bright shade in here. Let me swatch it for you. You've got two deeper mattes and then two lighter shimmers. This is what the palette looks like. Sorry, those are not great swatches. And if you know me, I need a brighter shade in my inner corner. So I grabbed my Tassel Super Shock shadow that I might use, or I have a Super Shock highlighter here. This one is the Flute Punch highlighter, and it is really pretty. That is nice. That might work. The other one is a Super Shock eyeshadow. I guess the Super Shock highlight matches more. I was so frustrated with that mystery box. At one point I thought, I'm not buying Colourpop anymore. And then I started thinking, well, I do like their eyeshadows. So what are your favorite products from Colourpop? Just putting this second to deepest shade in my outer corner and moving it forward. I would think most people like their eyeshadows best. But you tell me in the comments, tell me what your favorite Colourpop product is. For me, it is absolutely the eyeshadows. They have a typically very good eyeshadow formula that rarely lets me down. So they definitely have that going for them. I like their lip liners. I think they have a really good lip liner formula. I'm using a Colourpop brush. Just soften these edges, and this brush is clean. I will link this brush set from Colourpop, but I do like it. Here's a little pencil brush from this set that I will just go under my eyes with. I think it was like $18, but you got, I believe, 6 brushes, which is pretty good. No complaints on the eye look so far. There's a cat trying to get in. Honey, but this shimmer in this palette is just a little too deep for me for a highlighted look. If I was just doing a bronzy eye, that's fine, but I'm not going to do that today. So I will use the Super Shock highlighter in Flute Punch. The texture is really nice. It is super soft and creamy, and then it dries down to a powder finish. I went ahead and added my liner and mascara because I don't have one from Colourpop, but I do have lashes to put on. I'm gonna move into foundation, and again, not a foundation that stands out to me as far as pretty fresh. I believe they had a no filter. This one I do like. This is the Soul Body Face and Body Makeup, and huge value if you wanted to try this. Number one, it's on sale right now. who knows if it's going. Number two, you get a huge amount of product. A typical foundation has 1 ounce. This has 3 ounces because you can use it for your face or your body. I'm gonna put a little bit on my hand. It's not a super thick texture, which I also appreciate. A little bit dark for my skin tone. I have 2 bottles in my stash. One is a little bit deeper than this. Believe it or not, this is the shade Light 8. So they do run a little dark in my opinion, but we'll make it work. I'll take it down my neck. Darn it, I used my foundation brush, and what I wanted to do was use that Soul Body sponge that I got in that terrible mystery box. Maybe we can press it in with that. Look at this, how big it is. And you were supposed to wet it, so I did. I don't think it got any bigger, but it doesn't feel great. Feels okay. Definitely don't recommend that. Maybe for all over your body, but I didn't love it on my face. I just wanted to see if I could find a use for it because I don't really put stuff like that all over my body. For concealer, I have 2. I have the No Filter concealer, which is a little on the dry side, and the Pretty Fresh concealer, which doesn't offer much coverage. So I say we use them both. The No Filter is medium 22, and I'm just gonna put a little bit on here. See how it's just a little darker than I would prefer. That's my fault. And then the Pretty Fresh is in the shade Light 40N. So I'm gonna add that one. And that one I could use a brighter shade as well, but we'll make it work. Okay, I pulled my hair out of my face, and while we are letting this sit, I want to go into this bronzer stick. I got mine in the shade Laguna Beach. I did swatch it in my mystery box, and I really like the shade. Unfortunately, this foundation is a little too deep, so I think I'll have more contrast when I have a proper foundation shade on. But I am liking that. It looks very neutral, not too cool, not too warm, perfect. It reminds me of my LYS that I love so much. It feels very creamy and easy to blend. I did not bring a powder bronzer in because the only powder bronzer I have from Colourpop is the Super Shock, and I feel like that would be like 2 cream products. I have my e.l.f. Camo sponge that I wanted to blend this concealer out with, and I do have a Colourpop powder to use, but not to bake under my eyes. I'm going to use my Ulta Beauty Hyaluronic Acid Setting Powder because that one's just really been working out well. Mixing them together looks pretty good. They're not looking super dry right now, but let me go ahead and add my bake. While I'm letting the bake sit, I will talk about this Pretty Fresh powder that I have. I have mine in the shade Light 7. I do like it. It is more of a powder foundation, so I don't typically like to use it under my eyes. So I'm just gonna set the perimeters of my face. I went through my Colourpop blushes, and I had 2 different ones that were both not available, the shades. The products were, but not the shade. So what I thought I would do, rather than using another brand, is this Pretty Fresh lip stain. I got mine in the shade Sugar Snap. I thought I'd try it on my cheeks. Might leave a nice stain. Hopefully will not destroy the makeup. We're just having fun. It washes off, right? So I'm going to tap this in. I have often used lipstick as blush, and it works out. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, this has been one of my favorites so far. The whole look will look more cohesive as well because the cheeks will match the lips. All right, I brought in my BFF3 lip liner. Go ahead and throw that on. Now, Colourpop lip liners are one of the best. They do stay on, they do last, they are easy to apply. I went ahead and buffed out the edges of this lip liner because it is a little bit darker than I wanted, but really very good. And I know they often have bundle deals that I would recommend. Now to throw the Fresh Kiss Glossy Lip Stain on in Sugar Snap. I went ahead and added some setting spray and set my brows. Now I'll go ahead and add some of this Creme gel liner that I got in the mystery box. It is in Wildcat, which it's a pretty, I think it just broke again. I think it broke when I swatched it. It's like a greeny gold. Add some bottom mascara. All right, bottom mascara is on, and one last thing to play with. They did send me some false lashes. These are the Chick false lashes, and they look pretty big. Yeah, I'm just gonna play with them. I was thinking about cutting them, but I'm just gonna put them on. Not my style. I feel them, they're too big. I'll leave them on for my crazy thumbnail, but I'm not going through my day with these lashes on. I'll go to pick up Luke at school and they'll be like, ooh. To each his own. If these are the style that you like, this is just not a comfortable lash for me. I can feel them on my eyes. They're uncomfortable. I don't believe that they are too long. They don't seem to be overlapping. Did we have fun? What am I gonna call this video? A rant about Colourpop while applying all their makeup. I hope that this video was fun. I hope you had a giggle. I'm not normally a negative person. I'm just still a little salty with Colourpop over that mystery box. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to my channel. I would love to have you join me. I upload videos on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. If you hit that notification bell, you'll know when I do upload. Give the video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And of course, leave me a comment. Tell me your favorite Colourpop product, your least favorite Colourpop product. I want to hear all about it. Thank you for spending some time with me today. Just a reminder, everything that I have on my face will be linked in the description box below. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.